So today we are going to be doing a flared tube dress, and what that means is that it's going to be fitted around the bust and then it's going to flare out. This is going to be a one-piece tube dress. I'm also going to add the flounce / peplum that I did in my previous video to this dress. So I actually do have a paper pattern for this dress because I've used it several times. I like this design. It works better for my body shape. But for now, we're going to do it right onto the fabric. What you're going to need first is a measurement for your top. I like to use the chest measurement because it's a smaller measurement than a bust, and I want it to fit snug through the top. So that measurement is 48. You want to divide that measurement by 4 because you're working on the fold of the fabric. So with working on the folds of the fabric, you're going to be working with half the pattern. Cutting through all of my layers of fabric at once. My front and my back are going to be the exact same. So I have, this is a yard folded, but it's 2 yards once you spread it out. So there are actually 4 layers of fabric that I'm going to be working with. There's actually 2 folds here and then 4 open pieces on the side. I'm going to find 12 inches on this ruler, and then you're going to draw that line across the top. There's your 12 inches. And I like to just go down just a little bit so you know exactly where that stops. So you're going to go from your armpit to where the bottom of your bra band is. And I know from experience that's like 6 inches on me. This particular ruler is actually 6 inches in length. So I'm just going to draw that 12 inches, and I'm going to draw all the way around that ruler. Okay, so I have a rectangle here that's 12 inches by 6 inches, and it's on the fold, so it's actually going to be 24 inches by 6 inches. Those are my measurements. You do your own measurements. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure down however long you want the front of this to be. You can make this a top, you can make it a dress, you can make it a maxi. You can go however long you want it to be. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure down. I'm going to measure down to the ends of my fabric, and that gives me like 29 inches. So I'm going to mark right at 29 inches. I'm actually going to draw a line out from that. And I'm just looking now to make sure, because these lines, I want this line on the numbers to match up with the edge of my fabric so that it's going to be at a 90-degree angle right at this corner. So I'm just going to draw that line. Then you want to go from the corner on the outside of your rectangle where you stopped here, and you want this to be 29 inches as well. But we're not going to go straight down. We're not going to go straight down to this line here. What you want to do at this point is take this ruler and you want to swing it out as far as you want it to go. But you just want to make sure that this corner here is at 29 inches, because if you have to curve this hem, and when it falls, you want your hem to be straight. It's going to look curved on your fabric, but once you put it on and this flare part falls, it's going to be straight. So what you got to do, and I'm going to go all the way to the corner of my fabric. I'm on 29 inches right here, and then I'm going to swing that all the way out to the selvage. So I'm going to draw a line all the way down. I also like to square this side as well. So taking that line, and drawing to where this corner here is at a 90-degree angle. You want to connect those two lines. And I have a curved ruler. They sell these guys right at your local Joann's. I was so excited when I saw them there. So I'm just gonna place that curved ruler right onto my fabric, and I'm gonna draw my curve. That's essentially it. That is your dress. You're gonna cut it out. You're gonna stitch down the side seams, and then you go from there. Okay, so that is what your dress pattern looks like. So we're just going to open these up and put right sides together. So if you pin, you go ahead and pin your little heart out. I'm just going to sew these guys together, and I'm also going to sew starting from the bottom, and we're going to go all the way up this side seam. So I'm going to do that on both sides. So I'm just going to serge my side seams all the way up the dress, and after that you can add your flounce if you're going to add a flounce, or you can just do the binding on the top and hem the bottom. And these are some different variations of the same pattern where I just changed it a little bit to make it a little different. Just have fun with it. It's your dress.